First time I heard from my recipient, he'd written a line in the card that said if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be a father to his children, he wouldn't be a husband to his wife, and he wouldn't be a son to his parents. My name's David McInnes and I'm a firefighter with Scottish Fire and Rescue Service. One of the biggest reasons I joined was because I knew somebody who was directly impacted by the effects of leukaemia and had their relative got a stem cell donation, they could have been alive today. As part of Scottish Fire and Rescue Service and being a firefighter, we joined the job to help people, and I believe that this is another way to help people.
My name's Gary Shanks. I became a firefighter for Greater Manchester Fire and Rescue Service in 1996 and retired in 2021 in November. Approximately 7 to 8 years ago, we'd heard about the Scottish Fire Service getting heavily involved with Anthony Nolan and getting their recruits and workforce to sign on the register for stem cell transplants. Back in 2008, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, which is a form of bone marrow cancer. Being told that it wasn't curable, but it could be managed fairly well if I had a successful stem cell transplant.
When I found out I was going to donate to somebody, it was a bit of a surreal feeling. There was a bit of excitement there as well, knowing that there was a potential that I was going to be able to help save somebody's life. The process itself was very simple. It was basically a day in a hospital where they extracted blood from one of my arms and then they collected the stem cells and then put the blood back into my other arm. Anthony Nolan was there the whole time. Somebody came to visit me and I was sitting watching DVDs basically. It was a very simple process. On the day of the donation, you're obviously sitting there thinking about your recipient. You know that basically as soon as these stem cells are collected, they're going to be taken straight to that person to basically give them a chance of a new life. The first time I heard from my recipient was anonymously, and he sent us a card, and that's when it really hit home for me. He'd written a line in the card that said if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be a father to his children, he wouldn't be a husband to his wife, and he wouldn't be a son to his parents. To know that I've saved somebody's life is a hugely humbling feeling, but at the same time it's just a very nice feeling to know that something small as I've done, very simple process, has actually been able to give somebody another chance at life.
It's very pleasing for me to know that recruits coming through Greater Manchester Fire and Rescue Service are only too willing to sign up to the register, but I would like to think that that could be expanded across all the fire services within England. I know the difference it's made to my life and my family's life, so I'm sure if you had a loved one, a colleague, a friend, if you knew that could do something to save their life or give them a quality life for a number of years, then I'm sure the question wouldn't need to be asked. Currently we organise events to sign to the register at the Training and Development Centre here in Manchester. However, we want to encourage work colleagues across the organisation to set up their own events, whether it be community-based events or whether it be work colleagues alone. We want to try and set up this system and encourage people to work with Anthony Nolan to get as many people on this register.
Anthony Nolan are at a stage now where they require a lot more people to sign up to the register because there's still a lot of people out there who don't have a donor. So it's hugely important that we get as many people from as many different backgrounds as we can to sign up. I would encourage everybody who is watching this video to sign up to this register because for such a simple act, you could save somebody's life.